Yo, what's going on? It's your boy OG Soul. We live, you know what I'm saying, with another special guest, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and introduce yourself.
It's your boy Uvscutti, also known as Tube Socks McGee. No one calls me that, but you know.
Hey, it's all good, man, you know what I'm saying? So, how you say your name again?
Uvscutti.
Alright, man, we in the gym with Uvscutti, you know what I'm saying? So, for the people who don't know, man, what do you do?
You know, I do a little bit of everything. I make music, I host a radio show out here in Richmond. I do photography a little here. I'm a little creative entrepreneur, if you would call it that.
Word, I feel it. So, out of all the things you do, you know what I'm saying, like, which one came first?
Honestly, rapping came first. It was crazy. I recorded my first song in 2013 with the homie Icy. If y'all know him, he's a producer. Icy makes bangers. Recorded Murder She Wrote in Norfolk. You know, yeah, that's where it all started. Well, that's not where it all started, but that's where it like got its official start. It all started like in 3rd grade. Right.
So at that point, you know what I'm saying, what made you officially decide, like, you know what I'm saying, to take it serious, so to say?
Honestly, it was like 2015. Like, I felt like I've always been talented enough to make music, different sounds and all that, because like it's for me. Like, I literally just make music for me to listen to, and then people like it, just like, you know what I'm saying, coincidentally. But it was me, the homie Bates, and like we had all just started like getting all this equipment and setting it up in his crib. And, like, we was like, man, we own it for real. We own it. So I dropped a song called "It's Nothing." I felt like that was my hardest verse because of the like just the way I put it together. And I was like, yeah, I can do this. So I was like, 2015, believe it or not, when I was like, I can take this serious.
So what's So have you dropped like a whole project?
I've dropped 2, well 3. I've dropped 3.
You dropped 3? Or so what are the names of the 3 different projects?
The first one dropped in I think 2015. It was called Hello World. Then I didn't necessarily take a hiatus, but like I dropped singles here and there. It's like I didn't give up on music, but it was just like not my lane anymore. So I was like, everybody doing it, I ain't really feeling it anymore. So I was just dropping singles here and there. And then I dropped Vibes earlier this year. And then a couple months ago, I dropped a long one, Goose, which was 12 tracks. And that was fun. That was me getting back to having fun again while making music. Like, that was the point I was trying to make. It was like, you can still make the music you want to make, have fun, and it still be relatable to people. So that was fun. But Vibes was more or less from a different place, like from a more heartfelt place.
Right. So out of the 3, you know what I'm saying, which one is your personal favorite?
Vibes
Vibes
is my personal favorite because that was my favorite song on it, Vibe.
So it sounds like with Vibes, you know what I'm saying, you was going through I would say like a tough time, maybe?
Yeah, actually, yeah. It's like an emotional battle, but it was like, you know, not necessarily like in the term, in the sense, coming out, but it was like, fellas, you can express your emotions too, but you can channel it a positive way. So I kind of personified like how I felt about a certain thing and put it like in a female's perspective. Like, believe it or not, kids, do not do Xanax, alright? Xanax is bad for you, but you know, so I don't really talk about it, but you know, people, you know, who do Xanax should be on it, but then I didn't necessarily say I would become dependent of it, but it's like, it does change your thought process and who you are. So like, I personified that as a woman, like the feeling, drugs, the euphoria, I made it a woman. So now when you hear music, people be like, oh, who's this girl about? It's a girl named Anna who is literally Xanax without the X's. So it was cool at the whole little concept, but in that mindset, it was just like, man, I can be Drake, but I could also be 21 Savage. So yeah, that's why it was my favorite.
Word. So you said at you know what I'm saying, at one point you kind of like fell off with the music or whatever. So like, what kind of like got you back to having fun with it?
Actually, seeing people like my brother August Moon having fun with it, and Doug, and you know what I'm saying, just running into these people who's making music, it started like opening my eyes and ears again to music. So then I started like collaborating with different people, and it was like, okay, and then people started feeling my vibe. So I was like, man, I can really just get on some tracks and say absolutely nothing and it sound cool, and there's somebody that wants to feature that. Like, so it was like just that gave me like the energy to do it again.
All right, that's what's up.
Yeah.
All right, that's what's up. So who would you say are like some of your biggest inspirations as far as making music?
Oh my God, it's crazy. Honestly, people always say like these OGs or these people from an earlier time period, but I always say like people that are locals. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I hear somebody around here make a song that I like, it's like, man, I can do that. So I would go like people like Doug Finesse definitely put me in a good mind space. August Moon, my homie Jay Bates, Chuck Nasty. They make songs like, it's like, okay, I like this. Like, this is what I want to hear. And then of course, you know, people like, it's weird when people say who influenced me, because people always say like you can't talk music with this guy, but it's like Trinidad James definitely helped me. Soulja Boy, of course, and then you have actual people who say are good, like J. Cole, like people who are lyrical, but like people like Trinidad James and Soulja Boy, even Blueface. Like right now, I'm standing Blueface, and people like, you can't stand them because this, that, and the third, and they can't rap and be on beat. It's like people forget hip hop wasn't created to like, oh, you can't be in hip hop if you don't have bars. It was like a form of expression. You know what I'm saying? Like the most worldwide known hip hop bar is a hippie's a hip hop. You know what I'm saying? It was about having fun. And these guys are just like, they are confident enough to know like whatever they're saying is going to catch somebody. So I'll rock with their like confidence. So they inspire me to get up. You know what I'm saying? Even if I feel like, man, this ain't it, switch it up. And if it's like I like it, that's all that matters, because coincidentally, like I said, somebody gonna like it.
Right.
So those would have to be where I get my influences from.
All right, that's what's up, man. You know what I'm saying? So I like how you touched on the fact that, you know what I'm saying, people get, like what I'm saying, kind of lost in the fact that like hip hop got to be like a real, like you got to be lyrical. Right. You know what I'm saying? You got to be lyric driven. You got to say stuff, blah blah blah. But like, you know what I'm saying, they forget, like, you know what I'm saying, a lot of the great hip hop songs, you know what I'm saying, like that are like hits or whatever, you know what I'm saying, they just fun records.
Right, just fun.
You know what I'm saying? They was just having fun in the booth, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely, you know what I'm saying, I definitely would agree on the fact that, you know, that hip hop is like missing like a real, like, you know what I'm saying, balance. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because people always wanted to be one way. You got people who want to be another way, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, you know what I'm saying, it's a balance. Right. So as far as the balance, you know what I'm saying, what would you say, you know what I'm saying, is kind of like affecting, like, you know what I'm saying, like the fact that we have no balance?
The generation gap.
It's true.
That's really what's going on, because like you've been on the show the week after your show. Anderson had his mentee come in. He's a 15-year-old kid. He like, his favorite artist is like NBA YoungBoy, but he's never heard a Prince song.
Gotcha.
So it's like, this is what,
he's 15 years old. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like you can't expect him to know. Like,
we happen to grow up in the time of transition. I feel, if that's what you want to call, like, we went to school together for a little while. We had like jerk music, and Soulja Boy was coming up, but we also was coming off of like Lil Scrappy and all them. So we were able to witness like the transition, and then another transition into like the Uzis and stuff. They're just getting the Uzis, you know, the ugly guys, like because of the internet, man. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of the stuff we had as far as internet was like solely on YouTube. Like it wasn't trending on Twitter, it wasn't trending on Facebook, Instagram. We didn't have Instagram. Right. Now it's like anything they want to listen to or get to listen to comes straight to their phone, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. So I feel like the digital age is really affecting the generation gap, and that's what is causing that rift between hip hop. And it's not even just hip hop; it's music as well. But it's like it's so focused on hip hop. Like the same thing. Like you could listen to the radio station all day and hear the same 8-9 songs, 4 or 5, which might sound the same. Like you don't really know who you listen to at this point. But if you change it to the pop station, it's the same way. The country station, the Hispanic music station, you know what I'm saying? It's all the same way. Like, trust me, I've done it. I listen to all the radio stations. I know, like, they just cycle the same music, but it's like it's really focused on in hip hop, because I guess hip hop is more like in the limelight right now, which isn't a bad thing. Like, now it's finally getting its respect, because like they're opening all these lanes, but we gotta stop putting the blame on solely hip hop. Honestly,
yeah, that's facts. That's facts. You know what I'm saying? And I do feel like, you know what I'm saying, the older generation, you know what I'm saying, they had to, you know what I'm saying, they gotta kind of acknowledge the fact that, like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying, like, you can't just expect these young dudes to just, you know what I'm saying, know who a Pac and a Biggie is and stuff like that.
Right,
you feel me?
exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying, it's like, you know what I'm saying, they doing the same thing y'all did. You know what I'm saying, y'all came into hip hop, y'all made y'all own thing. You know what I'm saying, did y'all own thing. So now it's like they doing their own thing. So you can't really be mad at it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I can understand the frustrations with the, you know, the type of stuff that's being promoted.
Right.
And then when it's like, it's even worse when you find out, like, a lot of the times they're not even really doing it. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying, I feel like they just, you know what I'm saying, missed the understanding factor more than anything. You know what I'm saying? Because
like,
you definitely got to be understanding first in order to, like, you know what I'm saying, get some type of common ground.
Right, and that's where they lose each other. But they also, the older generation also forgets. Everybody wasn't lyrical, but everybody like rocked to everybody. For instance, my favorite, my top rap group, my favorite group of all time is gonna be Queen. It's weird, but my favorite like rap group is 3 6 Mafia, and it's like people are like up in the air on like that opinion. Most people are like, why isn't Wu-Tang or this other group? It's 3 6 Mafia, because 3 6 Mafia was 2018 in the 80s and 90s and into the 2000s. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I just feel like we're never gonna be able to sit down and like talk about it. But hip hop right now, we were talking about it on the radio. Hip hop is in its golden age of music. We're not necessarily lost. We just need to come together and realize it as a culture. Like right now, we're in our best of times of music, honestly, because like what we have that's popular, I feel like people are mad like it's popular, but it's like an opportunity. Like if you got these bars that you say you're looking for, you know somebody with these bars, present them. You know what I'm saying? State your case. You know what I'm saying? Make your claim. If you tired of people rapping about this, that, or doing that, and not living it, rap about it. Make a song about it. Expose somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't come out here whining. Like, do something about it. Just like these people came in the game talking about Versace, and still here, they stated their case and they made their claim, and they still here. You know what I'm saying? You can do the same thing. Like,
yeah, it's facts. It's facts, man. But you know what I'm saying? Off to, you know what I'm saying, on to something other than the music. You know what I'm saying? Say you're a part of a radio station, man. So what's the radio station you're a part of?
97.3 Urbanenthusiam every Saturday, 7 to 9 p.m. Yeah.
Word, man. So like, when did you first get on with the show?
Maybe like 2 months ago, maybe 3. My little brother, he also does music under the name Malik Matters. He went up there to promote his little single, and he had me come up there, and then dude was like, I like the way you handle yourself on the radio, and he offered me like the position. It's been cool ever since. It's fun.
Word. What do you like most about it?
Just getting people up there and promoting them. So thank you for coming, by the way.
Yeah, appreciate y'all for having me.
I like being able to like open a door for someone, because like it wasn't easy for me when like I needed stuff like this. I didn't really have like many lookouts. Like I met people, but I wasn't like, oh, because I rock with him, I'm gonna have this. Like, nah, it won't like that. So it's like, now that I'm in a position to help somebody, I help somebody, because it always come back.
Right, word, man. So you know what I'm saying, how many different, like, you know what I'm saying, dope people have you came across since being on the show?
Man, since being on the show, I done met so many people because I'm hearing about so many different things, man. And it's people like you wouldn't even believe, like you would hear their music and then you meet them, it's like, oh wow, I met Awkward Shaman, I met Scoozy, bro. It's crazy. There's some people's names I can't even remember. It's like a lot of people doing a lot of stuff in Richmond, man. It's a lot of these pop-up shops and stuff. Like we meet these people that like are running them and whatnot. So it's cool. It's hard to even name everybody that I've met because there's so many people. There's so much. Richmond has so much going on.
Yeah. Did you ever like imagine yourself at all before like being on radio at all?
Nah, not even. I promise you, it was like I do it. Fuck it.
Word.
Fuck it.
Has it like sparked any like thoughts in your mind of like having your own type of show at some point?
I actually started a podcast because of it.
Oh, word. That's what's up.
Come on, that, you know what I'm saying?
What's the name of the podcast?
Match One Radio.
Word.
On there, you know, get a little dilly.
Is it just you or you or somebody else?
And you can follow her. What is it? Fina Flower Girl.
All right, here you go. My name is Kayla.
I don't know what her handles are. It's just too many. But yeah, that's my co-host. She's dope. She also does my photography.
Oh, your word. So what type of stuff do y'all touch on the podcast?
Everything. Everything dealing with the culture, music, politics, anything dealing with black, anything dealing with, you know what I'm saying, local. We talk about everything. Anything dealing with, you know what I'm saying, weed. Really, anything you want to talk about, we talk about it. There's no filter.
Alright, that's what's up, man. So, you also mentioned photography, you know what I'm saying? So when did you start getting into the photography?
Like 2015 as well. That's when I feel like I opened up as like...
You started just trying a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what drew you into, you know, trying the photography?
B. Jeff.
B. Jeff.
He did my first photo shoot. He's like, hey, you want to take pictures? I was like, I don't know how. He's like, bro, just come take pictures. Like anyone would get people into taking pictures. And it was history from there. Like I was like, oh, he's like, yeah, just hold the camera like this. And I need it like this. Started taking pictures. And I took a class at John Tyler in photography. And it's been history since.
Or that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So after, you know what I'm saying, starting to take pictures, like what did you enjoy about it?
Just capturing like a moment. Like this is forever. A picture is forever. So it's just like just capturing it. Like just making a statement without using words. That was my thing. And I used to like writing artist statements for my little collection of photos. I still got things in photography that I want to do. I just gotta like make the time to do it. But when it comes together, it's gonna be dope. I'm gonna actually get a couple people to do it, like get involved with it. Also, I want to shoot a movie for Vibes.
Oh, word, that's what's up.
It's gonna be art, but it's just like getting the people and the like cast and stuff. It's hard, but not hard, but you know what I'm saying. You just gotta
getting
get up
schedules and everything together and stuff like that.
You just gotta get up and do it.
Or that's what's up, man. So, you know, besides that, you know what I'm saying, what else you got, you know, working on?
I'm working on Vibes 2 and maybe 2 other projects. I want to do something with my homie Too Young. We got music coming. I think Bates might be executively producing whatever we decide to do. I got a couple things brewing. I want to do like a show. Like I don't know if we could rent out some land or have to get some like permits or something and just like set up a speaker or whatever and like have like a cookout or something when it warms up. This is like an idea that I had, like have a cookout and have people perform, stuff like that. I want to start organizing events. It seems easy within a range of difficulty, if that makes sense, because I see people hosting things all the time that I'm always invited to. I'm just like an introvert, so I just want to help like get these people out here, because people always say, oh, you gotta go here to get famous, so you gotta go here. It's like, nah, bro, Richmond got everything you need. Y'all just gotta stop being scared to get out y'all bubbles. Like, you want to hang with a certain crew. Sometimes you need like that weird bubble mix, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you need to have one goth person in your crew. Like, you never know. anime culture is real. Like, also you need anime culture. So.
That's what's up, man. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully that all work out for you. You know what I'm saying? Start hosting these events out here. You know what I'm saying?
Fast.
Last thing I wanted to touch on with you, you know what I'm saying? Because you kind of mix it up in a sense. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, you know what I'm saying, feel like ain't no unity in the area, so to say. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know what I'm saying? What's your perspective on that?
I feel like the reason there ain't no unity is because, like, everybody got to get theirs. It's weird. Everybody got to get theirs, but there are people who are willing to work with one another. But for some reason, like I said, everybody got to get theirs. People love ruining a good thing, like a good relationship or a good business relationship. It's just
facts. It's like people, you know what I'm saying? People want to see you succeed, but don't want you to, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right, they can't really grasp.
Them, you feel me?
Yeah, they don't want. It's like, hey, you can get it. Hey, whoa, you're getting too far. Hey,
yeah.
Like, oh man, my homie, somebody just broke in his studio crib and like stole all his production stuff.
That's wild.
And it had to be somebody he knew. So it's like, bro, it's crazy out here, bro. It's like, you see somebody on their grind and then go ruin that, man. Life like that, like, yo, that's hatred. That's what it is. It's hatred.
It's facts, bro.
This is hatred.
Like, niggas be envying, bro. It's ridiculous.
It's like, bro, if you want to eat, bro, just let me know. We can work together. You ain't gotta. It's like, if you, worst case scenario, you know, if say somebody steal your camera, they gon' let somebody know or try to sell or something, and you gon' find out. It's like, bro, what did they get you in the end? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You don't know how to use a camera. You wouldn't know what to do with a camera. Like, you don't have a laptop. Like, that. These people, that's what people do, bro. It's just hatred. It's like,
it's just wild, bro.
They do things that will never benefit them in life, and it makes no sense. But that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to spread peace, love, and positivity. I can't be with none of that. But we have the tools to do it. We have the tools. You just got to get up and do it, bro. I promise.
Thanks. Everybody just got to come together, man. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But yeah, man, on that note, you know what I'm saying? Once again, man, appreciate you for coming through, you know what I'm saying? And again, appreciate y'all boys for having me on the show. You know what I'm saying?
No
it was definitely a
fun.
dope-ass experience, my first radio show. You know what I'm saying?
You can come back anytime, just let me know.
We'll definitely be back soon, you know what I'm saying, working on the project, you know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely make my way back up there, man, you know what I'm saying? For those of y'all who watching, man, definitely make sure y'all tune in, you know what I'm saying, to the station as well, you know what I'm saying?
97.3.
Make sure you follow my man music and everything like that, bro, you know what I'm saying?
It's Uvscutti.
Uvscutti, man. You heard it here first, man. Once again, appreciate y'all. Appreciate you for coming through.
No problem.
You know what I'm saying? It's your boy OG Soul, you know what I'm saying? Soul Views. Until next time, we out.